Oh, that might be the worst green screen I have ever seen. Hello, I'm Dro. As you probably know by now. And I just watched Inside by Burnham, that Netflix special he put out, which I stumbled upon. I can't even say stumbled upon. I'm gonna pull up exactly how I found it. A friend recommended it to me. They said to watch it. They just texted me, "Did you finish it?" I did. Fucking God. I ended up watching the special because a friend said, and I quote, "The special is also the best piece of Netflix content I've ever seen, probably." Which is an, come on, that is a compelling review. That is convincing as all hell. Um, they noted that they wrote the whole thing, made the whole thing themselves, and they had an existential crisis. So, I'm having a typical whatever day of the week night it is. I don't really know how days work anymore. Um, you know, you feel weird those kind of days. And I remembered, I was like, yeah, someone told me to watch Inside. So I did. And yeah, it's difficult to put into words. I think I'm the type of person that likes to mull over things for a very long time and think about what I'm thinking about and, lay out my thoughts best I can and try to restructure them so that when I sit down to talk, it makes sense. Because I'm a rambler, here we are now, if this is not living proof of that fact. But I watched it, and without any preparation for it, I wanted to talk about it. And I can't tell if that's because I wanted to talk in general about this past year, and this isn't necessarily a platform I would see for talking about it, or because the special resonated so much with me that I needed to say something now before that feeling would slip away. But one way or another, I'm here now, sitting on a beanbag in front of a terrible green screen, which, in all honesty, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with yet. Um, the special was raw. It was deeply personal, and as I imagine, for the hundreds of thousands of millions of people that have been locked inside closed doors for the better part of a year, um, I'm sure it resonated for them too. And it's unique. It was, for me at least, it was a unique experience because at some point in my life, I think I would have experienced it more as a viewer. But in watching it, I was reminded again of what the internet is. And it's a gateway for fucking better or worse. When someone finds themselves standing at the edge of the void, which is what I feel the internet is, something inside them makes them want to yell into that void or throw something out. There's something about making something that allows you to pour all this noisy, blurry human turbulence that constructs what is the fundamentals of the human condition and just, you know? Fucking God. Um, there was so much to unpack there. Oh my God, there were so many layers to it. Going through the songs, you're like, yo, you okay, man? And I don't even mean that in a condescending way. I mean that as in like, fuck, dude, this shit sucks. And it's like, it's odd consuming it now because what would seem like a reflective piece, the world is beginning to gain momentum again. I feel like we're going in a good direction. Not in general. I think. Well, I'm not gonna get into that, but in terms of closed inside life, I feel like we're starting to finally break away from that. But at the same time, me, and I'm sure a lot of other people out there, are still inside. And yeah, there might be little ways that we're beginning to branch out again, but the isolation brought about by that pandemic, the quarantining that followed, is not the sort of isolation that disappears after a week or a month, or it takes time. And it's daunting, it's overwhelming. Yeah, it's a good special. I hope you guys are doing okay. I think a lot about YouTube, probably way too much considering how um, tiny of a force we are on this platform. But the internet has been a weird and terrible space. And I felt that a lot of through what that special talked on was the internet and that relationship between the performer and the observers, and the way we present ourselves online, and the way everything is just all at once. It's everything all the time. Haha. I think a lot about YouTube because it too is a way of channeling out energy. And that was something that I'm reminded of. And I think about it a lot when I'm on the platform. I listen, I'll be honest with you. I watch a lot of YouTube. I grew up with a lot of content creators. I've always seen the internet as this space in which people put themselves out there, image or not. It is still a way of existing. And you realize that for a lot of these people, they do this to put that energy out, that put them into something, just so that them is not all in them. That is the terrible description, but that's what I felt in watching the special. Locked inside. It's the same drive, and everyone that creates, and musicians that blast out a song expressing their frustrations, or a painter, constructing this visceral work of art that captures their loneliness. Um, Bo, in this case, recording his captivity. Media is good. The fact that human beings can sit down and just express themselves to construct something like this that can resonate with others. It's odd because when you sit down and think about it, you realize that we're not all maybe as special as we want to believe that we are, and there's a lot of common ground and things that we all will feel almost identically about. But at the same time, it's good to know that other people are alive too. This is probably, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is the most incoherent thing I think I've ever recorded in my life. I'm strongly reminded right now why I write scripts. If I were to say one thing about the special, it's beautiful. And the sort of thing I'll probably think about in a week and then be like, hey, I should have actually talked about it after thinking about it. Anyways, that has been, oh God, that has been Scattered Thoughts with Dro. Thanks for tuning in. Take care, everyone. Stay hydrated, and remember that you're not alone. You watch the special, you might get a little existential as well. I hope you have people to talk to, people to reach out to. And if not, remember there's always resources out there to do so. Existence is fucking overwhelming. Being human, being alive is the most difficult thing ever. I don't think there's anything more painful than human existence. And at the same time, there's nothing more sublime. I like that word. It makes you think of Gothic writing. So if you are still inside, I encourage you to watch the special, and I hope that we all find our ways back outside again, however best we can. Cheers. Yeah, time to see how terrible this green screen looks.